this big block rust-free Silverado for dirt cheap, and I'm gonna turn it into the ultimate tow rig today. You can ignore that. This is a 2001 Chevy Silverado, regular cab, long bed, 2-wheel drive. But the good news is, it's got an 8.1 liter 496 big block Vortec, an Allison 5-speed, a 410 rear, and only 108,000 miles. I'm gonna prove that this could be the ultimate gas job tow rig with only a few simple modifications, which we're gonna go do right now. So let's get to work. Guess what? It just went into limp mode. Perfect timing. You hit the gas, nothing happens. Can you hear that? That sounds bad. I guess naturally we're gonna do the mechanical repairs first. Now that's not the first time it's gone into limp mode and the check engine light frequently flashes. I think there's a ground problem because it throws a throttle body code that can commonly be caused by bad grounds. And also when you try to start the truck, it does this. That's weird because it has 2 full-size batteries in it, and every once in a while I hit the key and it starts up, no problem at all. So first thing we're gonna tackle is grounds. Isn't that exciting? Pull this cover out of the way. Check it out. 496 cubic inches right there. First ground I'm cleaning is the one that goes from the battery to the frame. It's looking pretty corroded. Remember this tool? You think this truck needs flames? As you can see, that's not a great ground surface. Clean, calling that good. Ah, almost missed the hole. 1 ground cleaned. Now I'm gonna clean the grounds that go from the battery to the engine. Both batteries are grounded straight to the motor, and only this battery has that small ground wire to the frame. I think that might be the problem, but it doesn't hurt to just clean all the engine grounds. I actually forgot, it has this one too. Just pulled off the first battery to engine block ground, and look how bad it is. That right there is not doing much grounding. I should wear safety glasses under here. Next ground! The one on the front of the motor right here, which is the main ground for the second battery. It actually doesn't look that bad though. We'll see what the grinder has to say about that. Now I've cleaned all those huge grounds that go from the batteries to the engine, but the problem is there's no big ground that goes from the engine to the frame or chassis. So what I'm gonna do is add a nice thick ground cable from the engine block to the frame, just in case that's the problem. Check this out, big old beefcake of a ground wire. Oh, actually I see right where I'm gonna put it on the frame. A nice direct spot. I'm gonna start on the cylinder head where the other battery ground is. And of course I've made it far too long. I have shortened my ground cable now. Now I can hop up in here and clean up this spot on the frame that I will be grounding to. Driving this truck before working on the engine was not a good idea. All right, we have now got a nice ground going from the engine block to the truck's frame. Last thing I'm gonna do is make sure everything's tight. Battery terminal's nice and tight now. Ground's installed. Let's see if the truck cranks up good. Really hope it does. Check me out, babe. Fix that. We fixed the funky startup issue and the weird throttle body limp mode issue, which I did some research on and could be tied to engine ground problems, which we have just fixed. So let's move on to that misfire. The ignition coils and honestly the spark plug wires all look original on this, so I'm gonna toss brand new ones in and hopefully fix that misfire. I got NGK ignition coils. I am going to add a lot of horsepower to this truck. It's gonna basically be a different animal. I don't know if you noticed, the thing still spun the tires running on 7 cylinders. It might still run on 7 cylinders now. Old ignition coils. Off, done, replaced. Now plugs and wires. We're finding that these really might be factory spark plug wires because when we try to remove them, they're just disintegrating. And the actual boot on spark plug contact is stuck. They are not coming off without a big fight. Happened before. Come on now. Damn! Shouldn't be this hard to just pop off a spark plug boot. We're experiencing very fun finger mashing when they do come off. 8 more to go. Well, literally every spark plug boot disintegrated in our hands. Oh wow. Look at these plugs, Denso plugs. Judging by how they look, I would argue they are stock. I bet that's all original stuff. That's crazy. 4 plugs out on this side. They all look equally as bad. Super corroded, super rusty, definitely original. And might I add, it's quite a pain in the ass to work on trucks of this height. That's why I like lowered trucks. This thing's like too high up to work on next to it, and it's obnoxious to work on sitting in the engine bay. But we're getting it done. Now, I can replace those factory plugs with these nice brand new Bosch units. Now that I realize those probably were factory plugs, I'm pretty confident this thing's gonna run damn good when we're done. New spark plugs installed. New spark plug wires. Come on. Last one. Come on. Boom. Installed. Let me actually plug the ignition coil harness back in. That would help. And click. Now it's fired up. See if it runs better. I will admit, after 2 hours, if it does not run better, I will be mildly upset, because that is an awkward position to be hunched over in. Better not be no more soft miss in this thing, man. Better fire right up and run like a top. I don't hear a miss anymore. Thank God. Sounds really happy, actually. 8.1 cubic inches of happiness right there, buddy. Awesome. Now it starts, doesn't have a weird throttle body, limp mode issue, and it runs on 8 cylinders because it still had all of the stock ignition system in it. I bet this thing's fast as hell now. Okay, that's fixed. Now, as far as a build goes, we've fixed everything mechanically, because this truck came from the factory ready to tow with gobs of torque, its towing transmission, and its heavy-duty rear. It's basically ready to rock. However, you guys know, I can't drive anything that's not in style. So we still got a fair amount of work to do to make this thing badass. So let's keep on doing it. If you didn't know, 2500 and 3500 Silverados have a factory true dual exhaust. Now, this being a big block truck, I think might be a little different because it has true dual 3-inch. Now we have a catalytic converter here, a catalytic converter here, and this humongous muffler right here. After the muffler, we also have a factory Y pipe, which is kind of interesting, that goes into a single 3.5-inch tailpipe. Now the question is, do I want to keep the single tailpipe, or do I want to do a dual muffler? We could dump them, we could side pipe them, I don't know. The choice is ours. But first, we have to cut this muffler off because it's making it quiet. This thing's got horsepower, buddy, and torque. Lots of it. Now, for a precaution. Everybody, when you're cutting one of these 80-pound mufflers off, be careful. You wanna see something cool? Look at this. You see this scar on my hand right here? Like 6 years ago. Basically, I cut the outside pipe first, and then I cut the inside pipe. And then, as soon as that inside pipe cut, the heavy-ass muffler fell down right past my hand and sliced it open like a fish fillet. So, be careful. Now that I said that, let me put something under this. Oh, don't get stuck on me, baby. There it is. Got it. Now, I kind of do like this Y pipe, but I also like true dual sound. I'm not sure what I will do. Most importantly, I just gotta hear this thing with no muffler right now. But before I make any decisions, let's start it up like this. See what it sounds like. Not as loud as I thought. Engine light's gone. Sounds pretty good though. Felt it in my chest. Now, yeah. I don't want to make this thing a clapper and straight pipe it because I do too much straight piping. So, question is now, what mufflers do we use? I don't know. Maybe some from the best company of all time that sells exhaust products? Mine. This muffler wants to go for round 2. I can sense it. I can hear it talking to me through my telepathic abilities. Damn! That thing is huge. Wow, we've got a blank canvas to work with. Check it out. Dual in, dual out. The world is my oyster, and I can't wait to shuck. My first test procedure. What does a Speedy 10 sound like on the 8.1 big block? I have high hopes. I think this might be it. Whoops. Can someone hold that?
Sounded nice for a second.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, it's getting hot.
That sounds good. If I heard that, I'd be like, ooh, nice. It's a. Now the question is, do we do true dual dumps or do we run it to the tailpipe? What do you think, cameraman?
Tailpipe's easier.
Is it? I can just tack some dumps onto them. That's easy.
I say single.
Single tailpipe. Okay. Tacked on one side. That looks pretty good. Got the other side set up as symmetrically as I could. It doesn't hang in the exact same way, but it looks pretty decent. And side number 2 is tacked, which means I can finally pull the clamps out, get them out of my way. Yeah, that's not perfectly even at all, but it's okay. Ain't nothing perfect. And I'm done. Perfect. Don't look at those. To finish my badass custom exhaust off, I have this 3.5-inch inlet exhaust tip, which is actually the only one I could ever find on Amazon. It's a little stubby, but it will class the girl up. So what I'm gonna do is tuck it in a little bit. I don't want the exhaust hanging out so far, so I'm gonna trim this probably back here, and it'll look good. Well, I could have cut that a whole lot better, but I didn't. Good news is, doesn't matter. I can take my lovely Amazon exhaust tip, tuck it. Looks okay. Feeling good about right there.
Step away. Not gonna lie, it looks a little tucked in.
It's a little chody.
Yeah.
About right here is probably as far as I can go. Right there is it. That's all I got.
That looks better.
You think send it right there?
Yeah.
Toss the tack on for good measure. That ought to work fine. I'm very excited to hear this. I think she ought to sound pretty tough, rough, and classy at the same time. Ready? I want to hear from the outside. Sounds good. Not very loud, but it has cats on it, so no big deal. Sounds nice though. Quick rev. Ooh. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I like it.
Next thing we gotta do is the best part of all, make it look badass. But before we start installing things to make it look badass, I have to fix the front bumper, because it's pushed in and bent. Oh, she's a badass torque buster now, buddy. Hold on. She's on all 8, you can say that. Now when you're looking at the front of this thing, you can see the bumper on the driver's side sticks out about a fist's amount. On the passenger side, it's about 3/4 of a fist's amount. That causes the passenger tire to rub the bumper when you turn. And it also looks a little goofy. It's like a little overbitey on the passenger side. So I'm gonna hook the four-wheeler up to it and try to pull it out. I'm not sure where I'm gonna grab this. This is fast. Now I'm pretty sure this truck was crashed twice. First when it was a bubble eye, because as you can see it is a Cateye now. Somebody repaired it and painted the whole thing. But I think it was crashed again when this bumper was pushed in. A gentle crash. I should be able to pull on this real gentle-like and make the bumper fit better. Oh, that did the wrong thing. Let me not do that anymore. I'm now noticing that this bumper has homemade bumper mounts. Somebody took a piece of conduit and squished the ends in a vise and drilled holes in it. That's how the bumper's held in on this side. However, I believe I fixed it. Not quite perfect, but better. Perfect! Now that I have properly repaired the bumper, I'm gonna start the cosmetic upgrades in the back. I don't know about you, but I hate the 03 to 07 taillights. I hate how they bulge out like this. I think they're hideous. They look like something out of a Fast and the Furious magazine. So out they come. And in go literally the exact same thing, but not three-dimensional. That looks so much better. I can't stand those circular lights. Yes, yes, so much better. Look at these, and you tell me the one on the right looks better? Are you kidding me? Woo! I mean, what do you think, cameraman? Honest.
I agree. Left side looks better.
Left side looks better. And these are only like $60 on Amazon or $80, something pretty cheap. And because this is a budget build, I totally didn't need to spend money on that, but it made a big difference in my mind. Now I will say, A, I was missing a screw for the top, and B, the bracket on this aftermarket taillight was broken off of the top. So I think that was God's plan. Taillights installed, looking far better. I even like how this is just perfectly in line with that. Scratches the itch. Now let's move on to the side of the truck, more specifically, the wheels. Now when I bought this thing, it was originally listed at $9,000. And I was going through negotiations with a guy, and he had some fancy like late model Chevy wheels on it. And he texted me, he's like, if you bring your own wheels, I'll sell the truck to you for $6 grand. And I was like, hell yeah. I bought these Dodge Ram stocks for $300. They have pretty good tires on them, and honestly, they look a lot like the Chevy stocks. These are 18s, Chevy stocks are 16s. They have the same lug pattern. So I was thinking, if I can get the stock Chevy lug nuts that have thread on the outside, I could put stock Chevy center caps on them and it'll look really good. And believe it or not, you can buy brand new Chevy center caps on Amazon, very cheap. Look at these, they don't have a logo on them, but same thing, check it out. Now, almost looks just like stock Chevy wheels, but they're a little bigger. The tires are still pretty good. And all in all, it cost me under $400 for the wheels. What do you think, cameraman?
I like them. Cleans it up.
To the unassuming eye, you just think they're stock GMT 800 wheels, but they're Dodge Ram wheels. They're just like the exact same design, but larger. So I'm gonna swap some lug nuts because I actually had them on my parts shelf, and I'm gonna put these center caps on because it'll look a lot better. As you can see, I'm not lifting the truck up. I'm just gonna take like half the lug nuts off at a time and swap them. It's easier that way. Let's make sure. Center cap threads on. Oh yeah. I love having an odd hoarder stockpile of lug nuts. It is always great. Boom, boom, boom. That's pretty awesome. Those look just like Chevy wheels, like kinda, sorta, not really. It's OEM plus. I like that. See, look at this. Before, ugly ass wheel with hub sticking through. After, oh, OEM plus Chevy wheel? That actually makes it look like far better to me. It's amazing what a center cap will do. I actually really like that. This thing is like nice and classy and clean. Not too much. It's a beast. I'm excited to actually tow with it. Haven't towed anything yet, and I think now that we've got a tune-up in it, it's gonna tow like a monster. I can't wait. We've made it back into the shop, into the bright light. Speaking of those, why don't we tackle the headlights? These are already aftermarket, and I do think they look good, but this one's full of water, full of condensation, and I think we can upgrade them just a little bit with other cheap headlights that in a few months will have the same condensation. But right now, they'll look cooler. There it is. Did I put something up there?
I think we forgot a tool.
It does sound as if we forgot a tool. Ah, perfect. Now this nice grill, just held in with clips. I like this because it has the body color trim. However, this emblem is hideous, so I would like to fix that. Now this Chevy emblem is falling apart, like this. I'm gonna try and repair this the freeway, which is just with super glue. Get it nice and clean first. Right, then I got this crazy glue on here. Oh yeah, dude, that's gonna fix it up perfect. Hold that together nice and tight. And I'm pretty confident that will be fine. So now I can hit it with a scuff pad, and then we can paint it black, and you'll never know this repair ever happened. We're gonna start off with plastic adhesion promoter here, which will allow whatever we spray to bond super nicely to the plastic. So we'll hit that up, We'll let that dry. While that dries, we'll move back over here. I'm pulling these headlights out. I actually like these. I think they look good, and in hindsight, I probably should have just bought another set of them. But what we're putting in is pretty cool. I love Chevrolet. With their headlight designs, they just come out with no tools. I wish other manufacturers would take note. 2000 Chevy, the best headlights in history. Boom, 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 and a boom. Boop, boop. Blinker fluid's topped off though, that's good. Next up, a little bit of primer on this beautiful emblem here. Wow, you can't see the super glue. I'm unstoppable. Now, I've got these. Y'all know me. You can guess what I'm putting on. The chrome LED running light headlights that I think look awesome. I'm very basic. I do think these look really good though. Let's see. We'll compare them mentally with the originals, which are also the same level of overseas aftermarket. What are we thinking? First impressions. Better? I do like these. I'm always a fan of the solid chrome headlights. I think it usually makes most front ends pop. I have decided to move forward with these new headlights, so let me show you a little life hack. These Chevys have this corner running light / turn signal. Now watch, I'm gonna go turn the lights on just on the running light click. And now watch this. Is it signaling?
Yep.
Pretty cool. So basically all I do, take this wire, take out the pesky orange bulb in there, because that's stupid. Like that. Then you just cut the wires with enough room to undo it if you choose in the future. Boom. You use the plug to plug that hole you've just created in the housing. Boom. And then you have these wires here that you wire in to the top and the bottom. Simple as that. One of these is power, one of these is ground. So we're gonna test for that really quickly. Super easy. Boom. Boom. Got a meter here. And I'm gonna go turn the running lights on. We'll be able to see which one of these is power, which one is ground. Got the meter grounded out. I'm pretty sure it's the brown one, but brown wire. As you can see, brown wire is 12 volts with the running lights on. So that's gonna go to the red wire. The blue wire is the ground, which we can test if you really want to. I know you're yelling at me through the screen. Do we have continuity to ground? Yes, we do. That's all you need. Now to make this even simpler, I'm gonna kind of visualize how long these wires should be. About right there is good. I'm gonna trim them down, like so. Get that insulation off. And then I'm gonna make this even more dummy proof. I'm gonna install them with these spade connectors. We've got a male here and a female here. This will go on the new headlights, this will go on the stock harness. That way, if we have to take these headlights off, we just unplug them. Just like they would have done if they put these cool headlights in at the factory. Basically now, I just gotta do this. Twist the black ones together. Take your spade connector. Boom. Use a crimp tool that won't make it fall apart or fall off. Like this nice American Auto Wire one. Tug test. Pass. Red wires get the same treatment. Twist them together. Spade connector. Crimp. And last but not least, we take this blue wire that we know is our ground. Spade connector there. Bada bing. And bada boom. Brown power wire. Right there. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, test time. Take our brown wire, connect it into the red. Same goes for the ground. Now, we'll tuck this wiring away so we know it won't be visible outside the truck. And if we've done it all right, it'll work. Ready? Boom. And how about these apples right there? We've got a turn signal, baby. Hey, this pretty easy, ain't it? And I would argue that's the right way to do it because it's removable. Those spade connectors are weatherproof. And it was super easy, honestly. Side number 2, wired with ease yet again. There we go. Tuck that away and test. Yep. And yep, pretty good.
I'm now realizing you have a bulb out on this side.
Yeah, the other side didn't do that.
Yeah.
Kind of cool how it does that though. I actually like that better. I don't really like the amber very much. The amber doesn't look good with the awesome running lights. So, do you really need them that bad? We know we have turn signals. Bye-bye. And it's a Chevy, so everyone knows that these driving lights in the center are gonna burn out. Bye-bye. Wait a minute. Did I just take out the high beam? I might have. Hold on. Let's test real quick, okay? Ready? Headlights. Yeah. We're fine, dude. Who needs these ones? Come on. We're all about style here. We're about style. We are about styling and profiling at the refurb garage, buddy. Here it is, here it comes. Ooh, brand new. And we meet again with our emblem right here, which is ready for a coat of black. We'll let that dry. While it does dry, there's some paint I want to touch on the truck too. I think the truck had a tonneau cover in it that rubbed against the back for 20 years and wore it down to bare metal, which then rusted, so I'm gonna scuff that up and prep it and just shoot it with some black so it kind of stops rusting and looks a lot better. Just like that, we are scuffed and we are prepped. As for masking goes, I have a big piece of cardboard and that should be perfect. Dude, one more coat and that's a new truck. One more layer on this thing. One more coat for good measure here. Not too shabby. Now, because it's not dry yet, I'm gonna try not to touch it, which might prove to be tough. Got it. And perfect. Now, Mr. Grill, let me pop back into place. You see how everything else looks together. Boom, and boom! Now for the grand front end reveal. I couldn't even plan that. Perfect, that looks awesome. That's insane. That's so stupid, dude.
Now the grill popped out.
How does that even happen? Well, I'm not quite sure what made that happen. Okay. Okay. Okay, good. Take two was a success. Boop. Look at that. Looks like it's a 2019 or something. Don't worry, I didn't forget this thing. That's all back together. It's looking good. Everything needs cleaned, but it's basically done. Except for two finishing touches. Finishing touch one. Yes, I'm a racer, I know. But I want to show off the fact that it's got an 8.1 Vortec and an Allison. Yeah, that'll look nice. Look good right there? Perfect.
Oh, that's crooked.
You're crooked. And see, that time it was crooked. All right, calling that a success. Might not be perfectly symmetrical to the other side, but good thing is you can't see them both at the same time, right? I bet you want to know what my finishing touch is, huh? Check this out, dude. Boom! The heavy Chevy. Found this on eBay. Pretty damn cool. Check it out. It's like rainbow, prismatic. A little bit 90s, but I think it perfectly fits this truck. That right there is your good-ass looking budget tow rig, buddy. But what would a budget tow rig be without towing something? So let's go test this thing out. Maybe in the daylight, but still, come on, let's pretend. We're gonna go do it right now. Get back here! Oh, hello. It's daytime now, and it's about to storm. But nevertheless, let's pull this rig out that is so fresh and clean and maybe hook a trailer up to it. Come on! What's up with it, dude? Hey! Oh, yeah. We hit it with the spray wax, got the wheels all shined up. Check this thing out, dude. I'm really excited to hear how this sounds and feel how it runs on 8 cylinders. Oh, it's already way stronger. Come on, baby. Ooh, not even floored. Hey, that's a good running rig right there, buddy. Ooh, you guys hear that? I really like this Allison 5-speed because the 2 to 3 shift is like super close ratio. So it's like a supercar basically. And this thing is a torque monster. I will say it's no diesel, okay? But this video is about a gas truck. And I think this is just about the best gas truck you're gonna find on a budget. Now, before we tow, let's talk about money because this is supposed to be a budget tow rig. I could have balled out, put cool wheels on it, spent some more money on it, but we were being extra frugal. and we were successful. I only paid 6 grand for this truck, and I paid 300 bucks for the wheels. Those center caps cost me 60 bucks. The headlights, taillights, and other knickknacks cost me 175 bucks. And then the general tune-up parts cost about 400 bucks. Now, all in all, that's 6,900 and change, right under $7,000. And that's pretty good bang for your buck on a rust-free, low-mile, big block truck that is very capable of towing. And we're about to prove that right now, so let's go back and grab the trailer. Before that though, road's a little slippery to see how that torque performs, buddy. Not bad, I will say. Just like that, right in time, as soon as we got to crawl around on the trailer. It's pouring. But I wanted to say that I've had every flavor of Silverado, from 6-banger to 5.3 to 6.0, you name it, I've had it. I've towed with the 5.3s and the 6 liters, and I'm really hopeful about this one. Because I know that a 5.3 sucks at towing. I know that a 6 liter will put in work, especially with mild bolt-ons. And this thing has gobs more torque than the 6 liter, so. Okay, what we have just hooked up is my second-hand 20-foot short track tilt trailer that I think weighs 3,000 or 4,000 pounds empty, but we're gonna go toss something heavy on it just to test the capabilities. Hey, rate my setup. You know what? Why don't we put your truck on it? That's like the perfect weight.
All right, let's do that.
Okay, hop in. This is Cameraman's F-150. It probably weighs a cool 5,000 pounds. Well, the good news is the truck is strapped down, but the bad news is I feel as if I just jumped in a swimming pool. And so does Cameraman. My feet are puddles. Anywho, we've got towels in here, so let's see how this thing tows. We've done some quick Googling. My trailer weighs 4,000 pounds empty, and Cameraman's truck weighs approximately 4,200 pounds. So that's 8,200 pounds attached to the back of this truck. I know for a fact that's not even close to the max gross combined vehicle weight, or whatever GVWR stands for. Oh, dude, it's talking to like nothing. That's awesome. All right, wow. I rigged up Ron Burgundy's brake controller in here because I didn't have one in it. This thing tows nice. I'm like at half throttle. This truck does make like 455 pound-feet of torque from the factory. And I'm sure the cold air intake on it and my awesome Speedy 10 mufflers might have added a smidge. Not a lot, a smidge. Get her up on the open road. Oh, dude. This is like light work for this thing. As I said, I have towed with many a 5.3 and 6.0, and I'm like big towing it right now. Not just saying this to fluff for the video. This is the best pulling gas truck I've ever driven. It's my first 8.1, but it still is the best towing gasoline rig. And of course the rain's slowing down now that we both literally look like we took a shower with our clothes on. Check it out. I'm at like half throttle. We're tugging along no problemo. That's awesome. Well, a little over 8,000 pounds, probably 8,200 pounds. It's like nothing. Well, I mean, you can feel it, but for a gas rig, that's not bad at all. And I'm saying this as somebody who has towed with a 7.3 Power Stroke for the past 7 years, which was my first budget tow rig. That obviously tows better than this, but arguably I have a lot more money wrapped up in that one. So this was pretty good. All right, first real test here. We've got a steep hill. Check this thing out. See how she does with the load. It didn't downshift into first. Let's see if it can hold it in second. It's about to get steep. My foot is on the floor. We're not really losing speed though. This thing's a brute. Now I will say I know it's not a diesel, all right? I'm gonna get all these comments. A diesel will pull that thing out of the f***ing woods. I know, okay? It's not a turbo diesel, but my arguments are pretty valid against that. One, if you try to find a diesel that is this clean with this low of miles, you will be paying 10 to 15 grand at bare minimum. Argument two, when diesels break, A, it's expensive, and B, it's complicated. This thing will probably super rarely break. It doesn't make enough torque to like break parts all the time. And it's an industrial engine. This is the same motor that every UPS truck that delivers packages to your house has. It's not gonna die, all right? And my third argument is 9 times out of 10, you don't need a diesel, all right? Unless you're towing heavy equipment or trucks super frequently, something like this will do you just fine. If you're just a hustler trying to move some cars around with your light car trailer, this will do it, no problem. The load we got right now is pretty heavy in the grand scheme of things that I usually tow, so it's handling it great. It costs half the price of most diesels, and I like it. It looks cool. So I'm calling this a success. We are back, and the 8.1 did fantastic towing that pretty moderate load. I will say, would I trade my 7.3 for it? No, I wouldn't. But that's just because I love my 7.3. And I bought that 7.3 a long ass time ago. But if I had a tight budget and I didn't have that truck, I would pick this thing up time and time again. It was super cheap, super capable, and it also looks pretty damn cool. So if you're on a budget similar to this, keep an eye out for trucks like that. If you don't have a budget quite that high, if you only have like 2 or 3 grand to spend, you can always find a good deal on maybe a rusty or higher mile 6-liter Chevy truck or something similar. But there's always something to start with, especially if you want to hustle. If you want to buy and sell cars or buy and sell equipment, you just need something to tow with. Start with something cheap, make your money, sell it, buy something better. Like this, make your money, sell it, buy something even better. The world is yours. There's not a better time than the present to start hustling. I wish I could instill this into all of you. So if you want something, go out there and get it. Go put yourself to work. Be smart with your money. Invest it. Maybe into something cool, like an 8.1 Chevrolet Silverado. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. I've wanted to do a budget tow rig for a while, and this was the perfect candidate for that. So thanks for being here on the best damn automotive content on YouTube. Cameraman and I are wet. I'm out here preaching in the rain, dude. I'm like a wet preacher. That sounds illegal. Thanks for watching the best damn automotive content on YouTube. If you want some badass merch, check out Tom's Refurb Shop. If you want a cool new video every single week, check out Tom's Refurb Raw Patreon. And if you want some badass stainless steel exhaust products, check out my exhaust company, Speedy's Equipment. I love you guys so much. You have no idea. I get wet for you. I just saw cameraman's face when I said that. He doesn't know I get wet for him too. And he gets wet for me. Yeah. We're both wet right now. Yeah, we are. What are you gonna do about it?
Get wetter.
Bye.